All right. Good morning, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving to the Canadian people. Today we're looking at CRKN, IMUX, Sober, Neuro, SNTI, and Zella. Actually, a lot of these are looking pretty decent, a lot better than I thought they were gonna. CRKN's looking okay. It's currently sitting pretty low around the 36-cent range, but looks like if it can make its way back up to that 200 EMA, we may be all right with taking a play on that. We got IMUX here going from a low of 430 and a high here of 577. So we've got a decent range. We are slightly below the VWAP here. So, I mean, we may see this drop, but if we see a drop, it could end up all the way back down to that 480 range. We got Sober here. Nice jump up right before open. Going with 244 all the way up to 345. So again, pretty good range right off that 20 EMA up above VWAP now. Neuro I favor considerably because we've seen this go from like $2 to $40. So if this is going to go on another tear, it could be a pretty big one. Lows of $3.20 to highs of $3.70. So far it's got an okay range to it. It's not fantastic, but could be playable. We've got SNTI, lows of $4, highs of $6. All the sober charts on the 5-minute. It is, yeah. Oh, 1 minute. I did not know that. Thanks for pointing that out. Are all the rest of them all 1 minute? Yes, they are. Good. Yeah, SNTI, we've got a decent range from $4 to about $6. And then we've got Zella here, not really doing a whole lot yet, but it popped up on the scanner. Zella usually moves at least a little bit, so yeah, I do that frequently. I'm glad you pointed that out. Because then I would have been sitting there on market open being like, okay, we got one candle, and 5 minutes later, still only got one candle. But all right, so market's opening here. Let's see what CRKN's doing. Currently not a lot. IMUX looks like it might break VWAP. We've got Sober looking like it's holding so far. I think we're gonna have to jump in on Sober. Sober 3, I'd like to get in around 320. I don't know if that's gonna be doable now if you haven't jumped in yet. But 350 would be the ideal place with a 310 stop. So 310 is not going to give us a lot of room here, but I really don't want to give this more than a 10-cent stop out. So if you got in around 320, my where is it? My tracker isn't even open. How am I ever gonna get things sorted here without that? We're up to almost 350 already, so make sure you're taking some profits. Taking some profits, sober. Okay, there we go. Much better. I just gotta wait for it to load and do a lot of scrolling. I don't know why that didn't automatically open. I run a script to get this open every morning and set it up for me. I'm just that lazy. There we go, data entry. That's what I want. All right, sober. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, so we hit a high there of 356, looking good still. We're probably going to bounce off the support and keep going if it's going to maintain being bullish. CRKN, big drop. IMUX still holding on. Neuro, nice little jump. SNTI, yeah, that's not looking great. Zella, no volume. So we've got what, yeah, Zella with news too, yeah. I'm hoping this picks up on some volume here. It doesn't look like it's doing a whole lot, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. Trying to figure out what the next play is going to be here. I'm thinking Neuro. I want to see if this holds on the 20. Can we give this enough room if we get on the 20? That's 330. Yeah, we can give it enough room. I'm okay with that. So we're going to go Neuro about 325. We're going to aim for 350, which is pretty far out there, but we need to see this move a little bit at least. And then we're going to go with just a 310 stop, I think, from there. Actually, you know what? 315 is plenty of room on this. We don't want to see this break past that bottom support because 315 is basically hitting the low here of the day. So we're expecting this to pick back up. So this is a good place. We actually just hit 325. That was nice. All right. IMAX still sitting down pretty low. We are somewhat holding on this support area here of about 340. So that's good news so far. We've got VWAP here. Neuro bouncing nicely. SMTI is on its way back up, and I do like SMTI, so I think we're going to take a play on this. We go for about 480. We're going to go for at least a 520. We're going to have to break from VWAP for that. And then we're just going to give it a 465 stop loss. So right there. That's where the stop's going to be. Okay. So S&T is kind of slow moving right now. Neuro's also slow moving, and we have Sober here. We still have some left in this trade here, so we're hoping that maybe we can break that 370 mark. We're probably going to see at least a consolidation, if not a pullback. IMAX here showing some bearish price action. CRKN is just dropping. SNTI still hovering around 480. Zella with a little bit of a bump here. Let's see what else we got going on. We got Tops running again, maybe. Yep, Tops is looking good. All right, so we're probably going to want to get around. Going to jump into Tops anyway. I'm going to try for about 780. I don't know if that's going to be doable right now. I'm going to go for 860 on this. And then probably a 760 stop loss, I think. I would honestly like this. You know what? Let's give it 740. We can afford 40 cents here. I'm hoping that 20 EMA starts bumping up a little bit past here. That would be ideal. But I think Tops is looking, other than it wicking at the top here, so I'm not ready to buy in at the top. I think this might continue to go though. Getting close to that 780. Might see a little bit more of a drop. We shall see. There's 780 there. So we're back to the 350 area. We hit the 363. Not bad. 365, you could take a little more out if you want. SNTI, a little bit of a drop here. So realistically, we don't want this to drop past that 470 area. Neuro's down. So we got a high there at 328. Looks like it's going to be hitting bottom band here. We're hoping this picks up from that bottom band. SNTI dropping past stop. So it looks like we're getting hit with some knives. Okay. Tops back up to $8 after hitting that 780 mark, up to 820. You could probably take some profits here at 820. We have Sober here, 365. That's the area. Taking profits. Sober, 365. Perfect. That's what we want to see. Probably going to hit that 370 mark pretty quickly here. There it is. Maybe 380 off this bump. If we get 380, we'll take some more profits off it. More profits off it. Yep, that made sense. Neuro, nice jump. Huge jump. 340. Let's take some profits on Neuro. Taking profits. Neuro, 340. Okay, so Zella's starting to pick up in the volume and price action here, which is looking really good. Now we're at the top of the band, so I don't necessarily want to buy in right here, but we might start to need to buy in up high because this could just start to run. It's a lot of volume at one go, though. I think we're going to have volume buyer's exhaustion here, and it'll probably come back down a little bit. Neuro's still holding, looking good. We've got Sober at the 370 range, so we're hoping to hit that 380. Come on, Sober. SNTI still struggling. Zella still sitting up pretty high. We've got tops around that 790 area. We're seeing a lot of top wicks here, which is not necessarily a good sign. I think Sober is going to come down before hitting that 380 area. At least a little bit. We're probably due for another little pullback here, if anything. Unless we see some significant volume pickup. We got 7 seconds left. Yeah, looks like we're losing some volume. There's some sellers. Well, the sellers and buyers are about even right now. I think it's still going to come down, though. MACD's starting to turn down as well. All right, so tops hitting that 830 area. 840, we'll probably look at taking some more profits. We're looking for 860 in total here. SNTI not doing too bad. We've got Neuro sitting there. We did see a massive jump on Neuro, though, so I'm assuming we're probably going to see something similar to that. SNTI stop grade, yeah. Yep, got me, that's for sure. IMAX here, also nasty drop down to the 475 area. Looks like it is holding here, though, so this big tail here is definitely a good sign that it probably isn't going to hold price action down here. It'll probably bounce back up. So this could be a good area to get in. We are on a support here around that 503 area. Not entirely convinced I want to jump in on this because the price action isn't really there yet. I think we'll just let it be for now. Sober made another push to a new high there, 374. You held? You're crazy, man. Crazy. Neuro's back up. We've got SNTI. Yeah, you know what? SNTI does look good. I think there is definitely profit on SNTI. Could get up to $5 from this 470 area. It's kind of slim profits though, honestly. Tops at that 450 area. We did hit 460. That's PT. So you can go ahead and take some profits around that area. Actually, this should be PT. Tops. Some more. So we hit 860 there really easy. Still got some left. We might see it a little bit higher. So we're pushed to 375, drop back down to the 360 range. It looks like we might have some support building around this 360 area. CRKN made its way back up actually pretty good here from this bottom. Yeah, we might have a little bit of support in that area. So I don't know. It looks like it could get rejected out of this area. So I don't want to jump in quite yet. Zella's still holding this 42 cent area. Problem is, like, if we jump in here almost 43 cents, we'd be looking at a stop out at 41 cent for sure, which is right at VWAP, which is supposed to be the support area, so that's not necessarily something I want to do. SNTI could be a possibility here. Narrow back to that 340 area. Looks like it's pushing to 345. Got resistance at VWAP, so we'd be looking to break VWAP on this, but man, we almost picked the bottom on Neuro here. 342. How much do you buy per ticker and how much do you sell every time you sell a bit? Both of those are kind of complicated answers. Buying goes up, it's 5% of the portfolio per trade. And selling is even more complicated because I don't really have like a set ratio. If we're jumping up really high, really fast, I sell more. If I'm taking small profits along the way, sometimes I'm selling less. Sometimes I'm selling more if it just doesn't look like it's moving very fast or it's not doing what I expected it to do. So it's situational. It's yeah, it's very situational. So I kind of tell people it's up to them how much they want to scale out each time or where they want to scale out. Like people don't have to scale out every time I scale out. Or you could scale it more frequently if you want. My first scale out's usually about 10 cents up. But again, that kind of depends on the price range we're playing, right? Because if we're playing tops, I'm not scaling out 10 cents up. I'd be looking at least 20 cents up. Where with something like Neuro, 10 cents up is okay. Maybe 15 cents because we're getting closer to that $4 range. And then if you're playing something like CRK and you're not waiting for 10 cents to take profits on a $30 or 30-cent stock, right? You're probably looking at maybe 2 cents. So it's all very situational. Sober is coming down a little bit. I'm kind of hoping that it hits this VWAP area. Maybe we can buy in some more there. Nero's still holding at 340. Looks like it's holding 200 EMA nicely now. SNTI on its way back down. Zella's still pushing higher. Top's hitting support area 807 here. Let's hope it holds. If it does, maybe we can buy in some more. Nice. Way to go. Are we getting are we buying in on the Sober Knife? Yeah, like I said, if it gets down to VWAP, it's a possibility we could add more. Yeah, same with tops. Yeah, it could be a good place. I kind of want to see if it holds on VWAP. It doesn't really look like it is. I think it's probably going to move back down to the 20 EMA here. If it moves back down there, it's a possibility. Zella is still kind of flying here. Oops, I just opened up a new chart. Did not mean to do that. So Neuro hit that 345 area. Again, you could probably take some profits at 345 if you wanted to on Neuro. That's not a bad place. Sober, another knife. Looking a little bearish. Well, looks like it's picking back up, though. We do have some more sellers stepping up. Tops looks like it is holding VWAP right now. I think it's going to give it up, though. I think it's going to give it up at least down to the 20. Neuro kind of giving it up here, going back down. If we hit down to that 320 area again, we could look at another buy-in opportunity here with a tight stop. We don't need to risk too much on this because we don't want to break down much lower than, yeah, probably that 315 area. Zella continues to run. Yeah, damn it. Looks like this is just going to be one of those things that keeps going up, I think. I think we need to just suck it up and buy in on this and kind of hope for the best. God, I hate doing this though. I feel like it's going to bite me in the ass. Zella, I'm going to try for some sort of point or 0.42. Although we're almost at 0.44. We're like so far off from that. I guess 0.43. I'm gonna try for a 0.50. That would be nice. And then a point give a 0.41. That's what we're gonna try. Doesn't really matter where you put the stop on this because we're okay on the support. Hey, look at that. We got a nice little drop there down to the bottom of 43. That was like it was meant to be or something, as long as it doesn't keep going down and stop us out now. We should be fine. We are on below these bands here, which is good. That's what I wanted. Hopefully that holds. Tops continues its breakdown, so we thought it wasn't going to hold on VWAP, but it didn't. This was the next test area at the 20. Isn't holding there either. Might find a little bit of support in that 450 or 750 range if we hit that. Looks like we had quite the reaction there when we dropped that far. People are buying it up, so this could be a good place to jump in. I'm still seeing really heavy wicks on this, though, so I'm not really sure that's... Bands are coming in pretty tight, though, too. I think I am going to take another position on tops. I'm going to try for 770. We might get a little higher than that. We're going to try for an 850. Honestly, we could probably go for a 760 stop and be okay, but I think that's a little tight, so I'm going to go 755. Move that stop up to 755. Because I really can't see this holding anywhere else if it starts to break down further. I might be um, shooting myself in the foot here by having to stop that tight, but we're gonna find out. Almost back up to $8 on that. Sober looking okay here as a consolidation. Oh man. Boring day. Zella looks like it's in that 0.44 area. Obviously not really enough room there to take profits yet, so we're just gonna hold on for a little bit here. Glad we moved back up. That's for sure. Top's definitely looking good here. I like the way these candles are forming, other than the big wicks on them. I really don't like that part, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Sober, still not really giving me the entry that I want. The 20's poking up quite a bit, which is good. Bands are starting to tighten. We may have to suck it up and get in around that 350 range. Neuro back up. Didn't quite get down to where I want for a re-entry, so it looks like it's breaking to a consolidation here. SNTI is breaking down a little bit. Zella is still looking okay. Tops is still around that 780 area. What was my entry on Tops? Have yet to get it. But I'm looking at that 770 range and I'm liking that, so I'm gonna try for somewhere around there. 774 it is. All right, so now we just need this to go up. Top end is kind of closing in, but bottom is as well. As long as we don't hit a knife, we should be fine. But we have seen a couple of those today. I'm seeing a nice spike on Zella here. If we hit 0.45, we can take a little bit of profit off the table. Neuro heading back down a little bit. Sober does hit that 350 area range, which is what we were hoping for. It's holding the 20 on Neuro. Yeah, so far. I mean, it's kind of bouncing between the 20 and the support area at 327, so hopefully, I'm hoping for a breakdown on this. I would like to pick up more on my position down here at the 320 range, but we'll see. So I'm going to make the call on Sober to try and... Whoa, that was quite the knife. Kind of making me rethink it now that we're breaking negative on that MACD. I thought we were going to hold. I'll give it a minute to figure out what it's going to do here. We'll come back to that. Zella got very close to that 0.45. Big red candle here. Spreads okay, I guess. Top still struggling. We are bearish right now, but this could change, so. Neuro holding. Sober. I'm still liking Sober for some reason. Honestly, couldn't tell you why, but I think I might jump in on Sober. What's the bottom range here? I'd like to get in at both three. I'm gonna say 340-ish because I don't think 340 exactly is going to be the number, but somewhere in that 340 to 350 range. Gonna try for 380 on this with the 330 stop because we don't need a huge stop. If we see this continuous breakdown, we want to be out. Morning, bud. Back up to 353. SNTI still giving it up. Zella back up a little bit. Tops is starting to look good again. We just need a little bit of momentum here. We need to break past this 20 EMA and then hopefully get past that $8 mark. It's going to be a big psychological barrier, and VWAP is right there, so it's going to be kind of hard to break through that, but I think we can do it. IMUX did in fact come back, so remember how I said this wick was very telling that our price action was probably going to stay up here? Well, it definitely did. Went from $5 to $5.52, so that honestly would have been a half decent trade. We do have Sober here. Nice jump up to that 360 range. If you got in 345, not a bad place to take profits. just to secure something, especially after that iffy price action earlier. Now we're still holding 330. SNTI still down pretty good here. Top's looking okay. Okay, anything new? We got GGE. It's okay, I guess. Let's see here. $1.70 to $1.88, so the range is okay on it. The price action's kind of all over the place, though. Maybe we'll come back to that. Nothing there. Nope. IMAX and Sober taking most of the volume here. We got FNGR again. Yeah, same kind of story. We got looks like a decent range here, but price action still kind of all over the place. So don't really like that. All right, so we're finally breaking above that 20 EMA. We just need to hold this without getting knifed on. S&T or Zella here is looking all right, I guess, but I think we're going to be holding on to this for quite some time here. Sober's still looking decent. Neuro's not really doing a whole lot. IMAX looks like it's probably going to be on its way back down. We might bounce off this 515 area. APDN, we could take a look at that. Yep, that one's running pretty good. $1.24 to $1.80. We went from no volume to a lot of volume. We could see this start to die out again. Got quite the range here. We will see in a minute or so, I guess. If this is going to push higher, that would be nice. Neuro hitting that 320 area, nice knife there. I think I'm going to take advantage of that. Neuro, 320. We would like to hit that 340 area. And we're just going to give it that 315 stop. So we don't, if it continues to drop, we want to let it go. We don't want to be holding on past 315. Top's looking good here, breaking VWAP $8. From where we got in, we could take a little bit of profit here. Tops, maybe like 810-ish. I say 810, but anywhere within $8 and 810 is probably where you want to take some profits. Wouldn't be too focused on the, couple cents here or there. Okay. Narrow back up to 330 just like that. We can go ahead and take 10 cents on this. Take profits, Neuro, 330. Make sure we secure some. Lots of volatility happening here, so Zella still not playing our game here. Sober with a massive breakdown, so hopefully you secured enough profits there to maintain profitability. We went up to 367 there, so we almost hit 370. Now, is it worth jumping back in again? I can't honestly say. We're seeing a lot of knives today, which is, something probably expected. Tops around that 830 area already, so we can go ahead and take some more profits there. Tops 840-ish. Just about at 840 here. I don't know if we'll quite hit 840, so somewhere around that range is good. SNTI still hovering 450. Zella not really doing a whole lot. APDN down to the VWAP. So this is the area we're going to have to watch carefully to see if the volume holds and if price action continues. Kind of hoping it drops a little bit more and we end up with a halt down. Allow the buyers to recoup a little bit. We hit that 840 area on tops. Will we go higher? It's looking fairly likely that we do end up higher. So if you're holding on to a little bit still, that's probably fine. SNTI not doing a whole lot. Neuro, yeah, still holding that 330 area. If we drop back down to 320, I don't think I want to buy more of it just yet. I would like to see this hit that 340 area again. Sober, still holding that 330 area. It's actually holding this area really nicely so far. It's just been a couple minutes, but it hasn't given it more. Zella formed a double top. Well, that's not looking good for us then. We need that volume to pick back up. Curious to see what Sober does here. This could be another good opportunity on it. It is curling up on that MACD. I'd just like to see a little bit more volume. We've got 38 seconds left. Volume's looking fairly low right now. Yeah, we'll give it a minute. What was my Sober entry? 346. APD and just hit your scanner. Maybe a little late. I don't know if APDN is going to be worth playing right now. It's looking pretty bearish. ES is unhappy today. Yeah, it's looking pretty unhappy, that's for sure. IMUX not really doing a whole lot here. Sober still holding, not going up or down. Got out of tops way too early. Yeah, I would say it's looking less likely to break out here, but we'll have to see if this top band can open up a little bit. Peggy's moving again. Am I in anything full? Yes, Zella. Still full in Zella, that's about it though. Let's look at Peggy because that was good for us the other day. Yeah, Peggy's looking half decent. Price action's not terrible here. We've got 328 to 380, so we've got a decent range. I'd like to see a good pullback from here though, at least down to this 366 area. Is SNTI done? Well, you know what? We have quite a bit of support at this 447 area. This was the bottom band here. 5-minute gives a clear picture of that there's support in that area. So I think that it's probably going to come back from here. Am I willing to bet money on it? Probably not, but that's just not the kind of play that I would normally like to take. Top's breaking out a little bit here. We saw up to 850, back down to that 820 level. I think SNTI for a longer term trade could be good today. APDN still breaking down. Peggy just going higher here. It's getting this 389 resistance. It's not from today, it's from another day. It's still holding pretty true though. Saw over here it topped out. So, no, just broke right through it. Still waiting for a pullback on this. I don't really want to jump in that high. IMUX, yeah, IMUX is picking up some volatility here, that's for sure. There's a lot of volume on that one candle there. Sober looks to me like it's going to break down some more, so I'm not ready to touch that quite yet. Let's see 860 on this, please. And Zella's really just not giving us much of anything here. Neuro with a nice jump back up to that 330 area. We're still looking for 340 to take some more profits on that. Seeing a lot of wicking above this support area for 545, so until we see some bodies forming and holding above it, I'm not really sure we're breaking to a new high here on IMUX. Neuro still holding that zone, okay. Top struggling. APDN maybe off the 20, could be. It's past the 9. Peggy just continuing its run here. Looks like it's topping out. Kind of hope it is, because I mean, I would like to take a play on it, but I just can't fathom getting in that high yet. APDN on the other hand, hit a low of 157 there. Honestly, I think APDN's going to hold here. So let's go APDN 160-ish. If you could get a little lower, that would honestly be better. I'm probably going to try for that 180 zone. A 150. Ooh, we have to give this a little bit of room here. Maybe like 153. Try not to give it anything more than like 5 cents or 6 cents. So if you have to get in like here, you'd probably be looking at 160 stop, and that could be okay, but it also could mean a pretty quick stop out. So um, if you really stretch it, you might be able to get like 7, maybe 8 cents out of it. We'll see. Looks like I might break VWAP here. Might be seeing 180 faster than we thought. Zella just about to touch that 0.44 area, and I'm very keen on taking some profits at that 0.44 area because we have not seen much on this, so I'm going to go ahead and take it a little bit off the table. Even if we don't get more than 0.44, that's fine. At least I've closed out some of that position with some profit. Now we're reaching that 20 or 200 EMA. That's looking good. I'm still struggling. We're seeing some bodies forming above this now, which is a good sign. We may see this drop back down to the 530 area here. Sober continues its fall, so that's why we weren't touching that. Zella going for a breakout here, almost at 0.45. We're going to take some more profits there. Zella, 0.45. Almost hit 0.46 there. Could have taken some profits at 0.46 here pretty quick. But honestly, 0.45, that's not terrible profits. I think we're looking at about 4% there. So APDN, nice jump there to 178. That's a good place to take some profits. APDN 178. Hopefully you guys took some profits around that area because that was a huge jump, and that's basically hitting exactly where you want to go on this, and that's big profits on this. It's probably going to come back down at least close to this 20 EMA here. S&TI is continuing its drop, so this is the area where I'm like, you know what? This might not be worth touching. You could see this hitting lows, probably 430. On the low end, you might hit 418, maybe as low as 412. If you see this dropping past the $4 range, I think it's going to be pretty dead in the water all day. So keep that in mind. Zella's looking good now. Tops is looking good. We might hit that 880 mark pretty quickly here. APDN looks like it's going back up here, so that's looking pretty good. Peggy's on its way down to the 20, so that's also good. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got one more trade we can take. Neuro, yeah, it looks like it's getting rejected off that 200, unfortunately. IMUX, yeah, we're seeing a little bit of highs here. We hit that 537 range. I'm looking for like 535 though. Okay, I'm a little picky on this one. Not really sure why, to be honest. Tops, not doing much. APDN still holding. We might actually see higher on APDN. We could see up to 190. Could break a new high here. Just need the volume. AEHR. Definitely a little pricey. Yeah, and the range isn't really there. We're looking at like a dollar range between the bottom and top here, and that's not good enough for me. Not with a stock that pricey, unfortunately. Okay, so tops still has yet to break that high there of 855. Yep. Neuro, yeah, like I was saying, it was going to get rejected. That was the rejection there. I'm not sure we're going to break any lower than this 325 area. Looks like it might head back up. Sell is so close to that 0.46. Where did I get in Neuro? 320, 321. Oh, sorry, 322. Yeah. That was a while ago, though. We've been holding this for quite some time. Let's see. Top's heading down a little bit. APDN still holding, so that's looking good. Peggy's looking like it's going to go again. I think we just have to jump in on Peggy, give it a little bit of room, and let it do its thing. Peggy. Gonna try. I would like to try for a 390 entry. We're going to go for 440 and just a 375. I'm going to give it that a little bit of room here. That brings us below that to the 20 EMA. There's $4 right there, so we're jumping up fairly quickly here. As expected on this, we're looking at this as more of a momentum play. MACD's not super overextended yet, so we have at least some room to get to 410 here without a pullback. There's just about 410 already, so it's looking pretty good there. I'm just gonna say right now, take profits. Taking profits. Peggy, 410-ish. It's funny, not being on the live, I can imagine how weird it would look to see an alert come through for a price, and then like not even 20 seconds later, you're getting an alert to take profits on it. But just hitting that 0.46 area on Zella, we're gonna take some profits again. Taking profits. Zella 0.46. Just touching it. Just averaging up as we go. Still looking for that 0.50 at least, but that's quite a ways away. We could be holding this for the next 20 minutes for sure. Neuro did in fact drop. It dropped even lower than anticipated there, hitting that 320 area again. Yeah, that's very red zoney here. We don't want this to drop past that support. If it fails that support, it's going to continue its fall here, which is not necessarily what we want to see. IMUX is looking good. We are out of trades now that we took this Peggy trade, so we're just going to have to hold on here. We did hit 180 here on APDN, which was PT. APDN. Peggy's still looking good here. We saw it all the way up to 408, back down to the 397 level. Yeah, no kidding. I think Peggy's still probably going to go. I think it's probably going to pull back. Might hit down to 388. I think IMUX could be a winner today. It's looking pretty good. We just need to... I need to see if we break this high at about 570. We got a resistance at 574, but if you can get past that resistance at 574, there's not a lot standing in your way of just seeing some more gains out of this. Your next resistance is looking like it's going to be like the 630 area. You might see some more at $7 and then some more at 820. And then if you can blow past 820, you could see it at least up to 10 or 11 bucks. So, I mean, it's an all-day kind of thing. If this can hold momentum, it could really take off. There's really not a whole lot of stuff in its way. Neuro looks like it's head to stop. It could very well be head to stop. I may call out some more trades. I won't be taking them, obviously, because my account's dried up right now. But yeah, we'll see. If there's anything worth calling out, I'll definitely let you guys know. And I'm at the computer pretty much all day, so if I see something that looks good, even past the first hour, remember you can always check the alerts channel if you see a ping for it or anything, and it could be something worth checking out. I don't really give like hard alerts, so I usually send out a picture of the chart with my idea behind it. Oh, Zella. Come on, hit a new high here. Top's pushing again. APDN heading up to that 170 zone. I'd like to see more than 180. I would like to see 190 out of this. That would really make things look good here. Peggy's struggling to pass that $4 mark again, so got some resistance there at 418 from previous days. Currently sitting up higher than yesterday, which is pretty good news. But yeah, we've seen this up to almost $5, right? So we could have quite a bit of room to move up here on Peggy. Is it good to enter it at 4? I would be, honestly, right the second, I'd be looking to try to get in closer to this 390 area. Like bottom of 390. You could see it bounce off this 3D9 area. You might even see it try to bounce off this 20 EMA at 3D6. I think $4. Yeah, I was gonna say you're probably gonna see this down lower. There you go, 390 right there. So that's not a bad place to jump in if you missed it the first time. It looks like it's still holding a pretty decent trend. I'd say if it breaks that 381 area, probably in trouble. You'd already be up 7 cents if you bought in 390. Neuro bouncing. Looking good there. Zella 0.46. Looks like it still wants to go. Top's really struggling to break into a new high here. We saw that 860 twice now. Peggy looking like it's getting ready to go again. Pretty standard looking chart there, so I'm anticipating this is going to go up. We got about 15 minutes left. I think we'll see a new high on tops in 15 minutes. There it is right there. Didn't take 15 minutes, took 15 seconds. And then new lows, just like that. So, I mean, we did hit that 870 area, and then we saw a massive pullback down to the 790 area. This could be a really good place to look for a recovery play. That was pretty wild. So yeah, I think that this could be a good opportunity on tops, especially since that MACD actually receded back to the bullish area pretty quickly there. So you're looking at tops maybe from $8. You could try for $9. I mean, I don't think it's going to get there anytime in the next 10, 15 minutes, but I think in the next hour you could be looking at that, definitely. And then you're probably looking at probably a 770 stop, maybe 775 stop. The lower you can get on tops as an entry, the better. $8 would probably be, a decent area. If you can get lower, even obviously even better. But I wouldn't really recommend putting a stop lower than 775. I mean, you could probably move it down to 760 at the lowest, because then you'd be breaking into basically a new low here. But yeah, we saw quite the drop there. We hit a new high up there at 870. Unfortunately, I didn't take any profits there. I thought it was going to maybe stick there for some time. APD in with a nice jump here. We're looking at that 190 zone. We're at 185 currently. Going to take a little bit more profit there. What's up? It's APDN. Just to average up a little bit here, because I took profits a little early last time. Okay. Peggy's still holding this up $4 range, so I'm hoping we see a breakout. We need to pass that 418. If we pass that 418, I think it'll look pretty good. Sober, so far, nice recovery. It's pretty low volume, so I'd be staying away from that as much as I can right now. Neuro broke down, so if you didn't take any profits on Neuro, you're stopping out. We did get up to 330 there. I mean, even higher, really. We got up to 335, but I only took profits at 330. Any idea why my chart candlesticks are not the same? I'm on 1 minute too, but there's low volume and gaps a lot more. Sounds to me like you don't have live market data. So if you're on TradingView or on any brokerage, usually you have to subscribe for live market data. If you're on TradingView, it's like $2 per exchange, so it's not really like super pricey. Yes, that could be the other thing, is YouTube does have about a 45-second delay. So that's something to keep in mind. Zella made a push there for 0.47. Again, 1 more cent, we can take some more profits there. We're just looking to take profits 1 cent up each time because we don't really know how high this is going to go. And obviously every cent is a pretty big deal when you're playing sub $1. Yep, narrow knifed. Top still looking to me like it's going to recover. APDN pushed to 190, so we actually saw the 190 on APDN. Peggy hitting $4 here. IMAX on its way down, broke down from that VWAP line, which is not necessarily what we wanted to see there. So gonna have to give that some time to see what happens. We're back up to that 0.47 there on Zella, so you can take some profits here if you want. It looks like it'll probably push up further. I'm kind of just anticipating this continues going up. That's kind of what the idea was behind this, right? Delay on Discord, how much is that? Much or not for alerts? Hang on, let me decipher this. Delay on Discord, how much is that? No, there's no alert. The delay on the, like, strictly for alerts, there's no delay now. We actually fixed the bot for that. So whenever I pump the alerts, they go out immediately to all servers. However, that being said, the alerts still lag behind my thought process because I still have to type it out. So yeah, Peggy's still looking good, I think. It looks like it's kind of consolidating here, which kind of worries me a little bit. I was expecting a little bit more of a run. I thought we were going to get past that 410 mark this time around, but it looks like it's dropping a little bit. We are hitting new lows here, which is not necessarily something we want to see. It looks like a mini double top there. So, I mean, our bottom band is still higher than our stop, so it could be okay. I don't know. It's pretty iffy right now. Yeah. You're really right with your picks. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, IMAX still dropping. Zella, yeah, we're still hoping for that 0.50. We're slowly chugging along, though. We're getting there. A couple cents off now. Top still sitting down pretty low. APDN still hitting that 190. Honestly, $2 is right around the corner. We just need another little momentum play here. We could get up to $4, so or $2, not $4. I wish $4. That would be pretty great. So I'm waiting for that. Still got like 10 minutes. Peggy's looking good. So we did hit around that bottom band. We saw it pick back up. Big wick is a good thing when it's on the bottom there. Top's back down to $8. Looks like it's still struggling, but I think it's recovering. The volume is really low, so that's the one thing that worries me on tops. Nothing else is really looking fantastic right now. APDN pushed to a new high here, 193, so good on it for that. Still waiting for that $2. Oh, Peggy, come on. Can someone drop a couple million on Peggy so we can see this up to at least 420? I'd be sufficiently happy with 420, I think. Top's kind of wicking out at the top here. That's not necessarily a good sign. $420 YOLO blaze it. Now that was the old Call of Duty days. See a lot of people with names like that, 420 YOLO blaze it or 360 no scope, 420 YOLO. Does Sober look good? Does it look good? Oh, no, it doesn't look good. I delayed with the sneeze and it dropped. So I'm gonna go with no. It does look like it's hitting the bottom again here though. So if it doesn't break down further from here, it could be okay. I'd be looking to see if it breaks down further. You could look at this as an entry opportunity around 310 here. And then, if you put your stop at $3, it's going to be a little tight. I mean, maybe 295. You could be saying that's a fairly safe trade. The volume's still really low, though, so that's what worries me the most about that. Zella back to 0.47. SNTI still dropping. Top's slowly recovering. So if you got in around $8, you're looking at about 15 cents profit right now. Not a whole lot. APDN makes that push up to 196, so we're breaking into a new high again. You know what? I'll take a little bit more profit, 196. Around 196. APDN. I still think we're going to hit $2. We're just waiting on this. Peggy with a little bit more of a breakdown. We saw that back up to the 395 area pretty quickly, so not really sure what's going on with Peggy. We are breaking bearish on it, so that's not necessarily a good thing. This could end up going down quite a bit. I think it's still 50-50 though. $2 APDN, so that's what we were waiting for. You could take some profits there if you want. If we break and hold $2, that's a big psychological barrier. We could see this thing up to 310 or 210 in no time. Yep, sober, nice nice little dip and rip there. So if you took that entry at that around that 310 mark, you're looking pretty good right now. Zella still looking good. I still think Zella's going to break that 50-cent mark. Top still struggling. APDN looking like it's giving back that $2 mark a little bit, pushing back up. We still have lots of sellers coming in. Might see a knife here. Now we're eating up the sellers. We might actually end up moving back up a little bit. There's still a little bit of a wall there. Yeah, I'm kind of extending what I was wishing for on this. I kind of want to see 210 on it, but with just a couple minutes left, I might have to just close out the rest here. Almost at 0.48 on Zella. Actually, we just touched it. So again, up another cent. We can take that as profit. We're actually doing really well on Zella. It's looking good. We actually saw our way halfway to 0.49 there. That was a nice little jump. APDN just past that $2 mark. It looks like it's heading back down a little bit, probably for consolidation before another attempt at breaking $2 and running again. IMUX here is not looking terrible. We're seeing the MACD start to pick up a little bit. Looks like we've hit a little bit of a floor here. You might find a little bit of support there. Volume's a little low though. Nice dip on Zella, ran it back up. Tops up to 820, so you're starting to break through that 20 and VWAP, so you could be seeing some more profit on tops if you took that play. Peggy bottom band closing in, that's looking good. MACD's curling up. We still have lots of volume. I think Peggy's looking good. I'll probably hold this one past the live stream for a little bit here. S&TI still dropping. Neuro still not doing a whole lot here. IMUX, meh. Breaking that $2 mark. We saw up to 203 there. Still hoping for 210. Just give me one nice jump. We've got the volume. There's 206. That's not bad. 206. I'll take some. Got a little bit left for 210. I'm hoping for 210. $208. Cool, cool. 210. Come on, give me 210. 3 minutes. That's all I got. We took APDN from 163 to averaging 203 right now, but that's huge. That's massive gains. That's 40 cents on a less than $2 stock. We'll go over the money board quickly. Do I live in Canada? I do live in Canada, yeah. Did you catch me saying A? It's not even, I'm not even the right part of Canada to be saying A, but I still say it sometimes. Tops around 820. Looks like it just needs to break out from VWAP, and you could be seeing it back up to at least 840. APDN still struggling here, but I do think it's going to get that 210 mark. We'll go over the trade tracker right now, and then we'll come back to this because I think we're going to hit 210. In fact, we might even hit it like, no, we're not going to hit it right this second. Maybe we will. There's 210 right there. Okay, cool. Closing out this trade here. Closing out ABDN around 210. Hell yeah, 211. Okay. All right, I'm good. I'm good. This could still continue up for the day. I think on the 5-minute scale, you're looking at a bigger pullback though. Like look at this. This needs a pullback. You're probably looking at this coming back down to 180 at some point. So I wouldn't be holding on to any massive amount of shares at all on this. I think this is going to hit a big pullback soon. But I'm happy we reached that 210 mark. That's basically what I wanted out of it. After we hit we were kind of struggling for the 180, and then we hit 180, and then I changed it to 190, and then $2, and then 210. But I think 210 is where it tops out. So we'll go over the money board here. We're up $527 today. That's 4% on the port. So honestly, we're still doing a lot better than last month because we were averaging about 2% a day last month. Today we're averaging 4%. So we're doing twice as good. That brings us up to $13,000. Easily going to hit $15,000. Might even hit $20,000 this month. That would be great. 85% win rate. As far as the trade summary goes, we're up 86% today. That last APDN trade was 26%, which is huge. We got the Sober trade for 12%. We took a loss on the SNTI. Did we take a loss on that? I guess we did. I thought we got away with no stops. No, yeah, that's right. We definitely just stopped out on that one. Other than that, we got another Sober for 5%. Neuro was really, really tiny there, 3.5. Peggy, small gains so far. We don't know what's going to happen with Peggy yet. I'm still holding it, but I'm thinking we're going to hit 420 at least on that. But yeah, today wasn't so bad. I think the APDN is going to hit a pullback before it runs again. You could see this back down to 180. CRKN, wouldn't bother playing that. Sober, like if it picks up volume, it could be good, but so far nothing out of that. Neuros, yeah, again, looks like it's just breaking down. IMUX is looking good. SNTI, wouldn't bother playing that. Zella, I still think that we hit 0.49. I think 0.50 is right around the corner. I do think we're going to hit that. Tops, I still think that Tops has it in it. I think it's going to go. It's just taking its sweet time getting there. ABDN, yeah, looks like it's going to hit a pullback. And then Peggy, we're hitting that VWAP. If we break down from VWAP, it's probably toast, but until then, I think it could still have enough in it to get to 420. Maybe even higher. This has a lot of room that it could go up, but again, on the 5-minute, this does look like the end of the pullback. We're hitting right down to that VWAP at 380, so I think that this is looking pretty good as probably something you could hold for the next little bit here and maybe see some profits out of it. But beyond that, hopefully y'all made some money today. Yeah, I don't know about Neuro. I honestly don't really know about Neuro. It's looking like it's down pretty far. And I mean, you can't really use this as any justification because there's really no volume in the market. So you'd be looking mostly at pre-market. We're seeing at a pre-market low right now. So if it drops any lower than this, I'm not really sure that this would be anything worth playing. But yeah, gave my analysis on the trades. Hopefully y'all made some money. If you continue playing, yeah. Good luck with that, and yeah, watch the alerts channel. I might come up with something to find that might be worth playing again during the day. So yeah, just keep an eye out. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. Take care, guys.